So recently we've been talking about prefixes and suffixes. So we're gonna do another prefix and suffix lesson. So I want you to open up this bag, take out all of the words in this bag, and I want you to think about sorting them into different categories. You have quite a few words. Here,
Are these just single or do they have?
Can you take them out?
Do they have prefixes?
They're only prefixes. There are no suffixes in here. Just hang on to your bag.
And there's no regular
Now I
words?
want you to go ahead and take a look at the words and see how you could possibly organize them into groups. And don't say anything yet, because I want everybody else to think what kind of groups of words could we do, because there's quite a few words in there. And once you start seeing a pattern, you're gonna know how to organize them, because we know what prefixes are. So what part of the word are you probably looking at when I say prefix?
The beginning. In the beginning.
In the beginning. So go ahead and start sorting. So now that you're thinking about sorting them, and some of you just turned them all over so you can see them, are you start noticing a pattern, right? I just heard Kimberly say, I think I know it. So go ahead and put them into groups.
Triangle.
So how many different groups are you thinking, Andrew?
3.
3 different groups. Now you could come up with more groups than that, because somebody might have a different way, right?
I'm thinking 3 groups. Yeah. I'm seeing like tons of this thing and a ton of that, but then I see one.
Okay, so what are we seeing as a trend on the prefix?
There's tries, uns, and BIs.
BIs, okay, do you guys see some BI words?
Yes.
So if we put all our BI words together, all the TRI words together, and then look at the third group that you have. What would that pattern be?
The UNI.
Okay, now Andrew, I like that you pointed that out, because at first when I heard you say the UN words, what's a UN? Un, and we've done that prefix before, right? Because un means what? Not. So he double checked his and looked and said, well, are these all just UN? Are they? No, they're U.
BI, there's TI, there's U.
And then there's UNI. Does anybody know what these prefixes, and I don't want you to call it out because I want everybody to kind of think first. Do you think you know what these prefixes mean? Because you may have seen them before. Okay, don't say it yet, but you think you know one. What do you think you know some? You know one of them.
I know all of them.
All of that prefix.
I know the
So he thinks he feels confident in the TRI. You think you feel confident in the UNI. The same. Have you guys seen some of these before?
Yeah, I've seen
Okay.
UNI.
UNI.
Okay.
So now, really quickly, if I go through just the TRI words, right? Some of these words are bigger, so we want to make sure we know how to say them. So I'm gonna have, who thinks they can read all the TRI? You read all the TRI since you feel confident.
Tripod, triangle, triangle.
That's a really close way of saying it. It's trilogy. Trio. See, you corrected yourself. You're like, I've heard trio.
Yeah, because that's I know that for spelling.
That's another big one. Triathlon. Let him finish. Triplet. And triceratops. Okay. Someone read the BI word. Somebody that feels comfortable with those.
Big color.
Okay, but color. I would say, what word do you see in that word?
Color.
Color, right? So the first part would be bicolor. So bicolor.
Bicolor.
The next one's a little challenging.
Biannual.
Biannual. Can you guys find biannual? Because that's a new word. Biannual would be right here. You got
I've heard
right
it.
here.
I've heard it before.
You've heard it before. That's good.
I've heard annual.
You've heard annual. Well, annual's the root word.
It's part of technology.
Okay. What's the next one after biannual?
Bicycle.
Bicycle?
Bicentennial.
Ooh, that's a tough one. He's looking at the B-I-N-O.
Binoculars.
Binoculars. Thank you for helping. And what else?
Binoculars.
Okay, so then we have bicolor, biannual, bicycle, binoculars. What do you think this would be?
Bimortal.
What's the suffix on that one?
Ly.
Ly. So let's separate, and I'm going to draw a line real quick. Let's separate Ly and that. What's that word in the middle?
Month.
Month.
Billion month.
By.
By month. Oh, I've heard that before. By monthly.
Perfect.
I want to know what it means.
Well, we're going to find out. And what's the next one? Last one. Under bi-monthly.
Biplane.
Biplane. All right, somebody read the UNI words real quick.
Unicycle.
Yep.
Uniform. Unique. Unicorn. Unite.
Unite.
Oh, universe.
And universe. You've heard a lot of these words, so when you say them out loud, you just never saw them in print before. All right, I'm going to show you a picture. And when we look at the picture, I'm going to have you guys share this picture, okay? And I'm going to have you two share this picture. I'm going to have you two share a picture, and I'm going to share a picture with Kimberly. You don't have a what? Oh, really? All right, we'll have to fix one. All right, so I want you guys to look at the TRI. I didn't put every word on there, okay? So if you look, what is this a picture of?
Bicycle.
A bicycle?
Tricycle.
So then let's compare, right? We have bicycle and we have tricycle. What do you think this is a picture of? Triangle? What do you think this one is?
Triceratops.
Triceratops, because these are all words you have in front of you. It's a dinosaur. These two I saved for last. Do you guys know what these might be?
That's a telescope.
You know what? That is a telescope, but what's the telescope on? Do you think you might find a word?
Triple.
Triple?
No, triple is two.
This is called a tripod.
Oh yeah, he was close.
And he was close. And this one is called a trio. Look at the pictures. Do you notice anything similar about all of them to kind of help you figure out what tri might
I know
mean?
something similar.
What's similar?
They're both all starting with T-R-I.
They all start with TRI. Now remember when we look at them, we said, what's the definition of a triangle? What is a triangle? How would you say
It's a shape.
Give me more, because there's shapes like squares.
It's a three-sided. It's a shape. Three-sided shape. Like this.
Three-sided shape. So let's remember what Andrew just said. Andrew said he said shape, three-sided shape. What makes this a tricycle? Why do we know that this is a tricycle?
Because it has 3 wheels.
It has 3 wheels. Do you agree with that?
Yes. Yeah.
Because do we call that a bicycle?
No.
Why do we call it a tricycle?
Because
it has.
A bicycle has 2 wheels, and then a tricycle has 3 wheels.
So we have a triangle that has how many sides?
3.
And a tricycle that has how many
3
wheels?
wheels.
3 wheels.
3 wheels.
Those two things are in common.
I think I
And Triceratops.
3 horns.
3 horns?
Yes.
You know, there is one really small horn in there. Do you see it?
Yeah. And there's also three
Hang on.
people in the picture.
And there's 3 people in the picture.
Three legs.
And the tripod.
Tripod has 3 holders.
3 legs that hold it up.
Yeah. Three.
Try means 3. Yay! Okay, so we're gonna put that one aside. Now we're gonna go to. Sure, you could do that. Why don't you do that? Try means 3, and you could write the number 3 or spell 3. And you and I have the one that we're gonna share.
Maybe bi is gonna be like 4.
4. Bi could mean 4. Well, let's look at the picture. Hang on to that. We'll put this.
Bicycle has 2.
But let's look at all of the pictures that you have here. Okay, well let's look.
Bi means 2.
Ooh, wait.
If bi is 2, then it would
Bi is 2.
then it has 2 letters. And
There's 2 letters and 3 letters. So bicycle. What's this a picture of next to the bicycle? Binoculars. What's this a picture of? Look, you have it.
an airplane, but like
It's an airplane, but it's not an airplane. So what word in your list is connected to that? Biplane. And now this last picture is a fish. I'm going to save that to the end because that one can be a confusing picture. And I'm going to tell you what it is. But looking at the first 3,
I think it's called triple.
looking at the first 3, what do you notice about all of them? I know. Okay, go ahead. So what do you notice about all 3 of those pictures? Bicycle.
They have 2. They have 2.
The bicycle's 2 wheels.
This one has 2.
What about the binocular?
It has 2 holes.
2 holes, 2 lenses.
The fish has like 2 colors.
Yes. What word would you?
Triplets.
Triplets?
Bicolor.
Bi-color. So bi, remember we're on bi. So bicycle has 2 wheels. A binocular has 2 lenses. Bicolor has
2
2 colors of the fish, and then a biplane
has 2 sides. 2 wheels.
Wheels? Well, yes, all planes have 2 wheels, but it's a biplane. And think planes
it
have
has 2
wings,
wings.
right? But don't all planes have 2 wings?
Yes.
Yes. I would hope they have one over here and one over here. I think of it like that. But these have 2 on each side. So there's 2 wings here and 2 wings there.
I get it.
So you have to really think about that because an airplane has 1 wing and 1 wing, wait, 2. But a biplane, if you ever see it, when it has 2 like that and 2 like that, that's called a biplane.
I thought that was the first toy plane.
So what does bi mean?
Maybe 2.
2, maybe 2. Do we think that's a good
Yeah.
2? It does. It means 2. So bi means 2, and try means
3.
3. So go ahead. You can write bi means 2.
Yeah.
And then we're going to look at the last one. And then when you look at those words,
The one that has U and
U and I. Does anybody have any predictions about what that might be?
I know. Has 3 Z.
3?
No, 1.
Maybe 4?
1.
Maybe 1. So notice so far the trend is that we did 2, we did 3. They're numbers.
I think 4.
4?
1.
You think what?
Because unicorn has 1 of 1.
Well, look at the pictures. That's going to help you.
1. Oh, so U and I is for 1. Yeah, it means 1.
So let's look at the pictures. Do you know what this is a picture of?
Unicycle 1.
Because it has 1 wheel.
1 wheel.
A unicorn.
Unicorn has 1 horn.
1 horn. Now these 2 pictures are really confusing. I gave you this picture as a uniform.
Yeah. So don't put them
When you are, it's okay.
okay.
When you're on a baseball team, what do you know about the
One
uniform that everyone wears?
Yeah.
Right?
You have a
And this is a picture of a universe.
There's only 1 universe.
We have 1 universe. Oh,
I do.
yeah.
Yeah, it's 1.
So I am going to, we have a lot more to do, but with this, but you guys are correct that UNI means one. Go ahead and write that in, and then we're gonna take a look at some of our other words that aren't pictured and see if we can see how they make sense. We're then gonna try to write some sentences with a couple of the words, and next week, we're gonna look at some paragraphs with these prefixes, okay? So just recap really quick. By means how many? By. Two. You know what I think? Bicycle right away. Bicycle, 2 wheels. Try. Tricycle. Tricycle, triangle, 3. And uni, or UNI, una.
It's the one, and how you can remember it, it's cycle.
Okay, so here. Now, the next thing we're gonna do is look at a couple of the other words.